2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the pristine grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. It looks like a great day out there. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group. John McCarthy on the course as well. Rich, it's a monster week on tour. It's the Players' Championship. What challenges does TPC Sawgrass present?
I think more than anything else, it's the most effective and efficient way to attack this Pete Dye design, Andrew. There's nothing straightforward about it. The tee boxes point you one direction, the fairway landing area is in a different direction, and the greens sit in a different direction. There are no straight lines on this golf course. You have to think outside the box to get it around the best at TPC Sawgrass, which is not something that the best in the world tend to do very well. They like things very linear. This is not linear.
Drops that one to the bottom of the cup.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. To the 11th, and it's a par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
The ball is on its best behavior, avoiding the first cut.
Oh, that was so close. Here's a putt to get into a share of the lead. Nicely done with birdie. And a good job there as he moves to 6 under par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Time for the tee shot at 12.
Par 4, 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
Well, there's some excitement going on elsewhere.
Here's Tiger. 4 shots behind our leader.
This is the 3rd. Oh, almost. This putt for par. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. Time for a par 3. It's the 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
11 feet to the cup. John, give us a read on this putt.
This one's going to go up the hill and to the right, I believe.
Looking good.
That putt drops, and that's now 6 birdies on the day.
And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. Rolling end to end, this is looking nice.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
This shot is about 140 yards out.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Ooh, that almost went down. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Updating the standings now, and our featured player is currently first, with Brian Harmon right behind them. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Oh, super putt that. What an eagle. Currently 10 under for the event.
We've reached the 17th. It's a par 3.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
It looks like this one will move left to right.
That was close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Moving along. Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader. We finish on 18 with a par 4.
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
That's a textbook swing on the approach shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
And a birdie to finish on 18. folks, at the end of this first round, he's going to find himself in first place. Not bad, Rich.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back for the second round of the Players' Championship. Hi again, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Great to be back with you. Here's how it shakes out as we start the day. A two-way tie at the top between Xander Schauffele and our featured player. Let's check in with the play on number 10. That's a really nice shot. Looks like about 120 yards left. And currently leading the event by 1 stroke. This one is absolutely hunting. Really like that play. Now a good look at the hole. 3 feet left. He makes the putt and extends his lead. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. Teeing off now on this par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
He is taking this on.
On the green in 2. How about that?
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Do we think that one will stay on the green? A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. And it drops. That's the 4th birdie of the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, and he is up by 3. teeing off here on the 12th.
Par 4 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. A putt of 14 feet.
This is for birdie.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
This putt looks like it's going to go right to left as it heads up this hill.
As we move on to the next hole, the lead is at 4. We've hit hole number 13. It's a par 3.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one, but watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to two-putt from there.
This is a 7-iron on the way. A lot to like about that one. About 7 feet remain. The putt goes in and the lead continues to grow. And after that hole, our featured player is still atop the leaderboard.
We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Five feet coming up to the cup. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt. But our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Well, from here, it looks like the putt's going to go uphill, moving right to left.
So close. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Currently 15 under par for the event. On the tee now, the 16th, and it's a par 5.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do. But watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Opting for the 6-iron. He's standing over his third shot. didn't that look good for a long time? Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Our featured player leads by 5 strokes as we head to the next hole.
Let's go over to 17, the par 3.
Par 3 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with a golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
This is pitching wedge on the way. He hits a beauty at 17, and now a chance for birdie. 5 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. Time for the tee shot at 18.
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
And with that, he'll sign off on his round. Halfway through, and they are in first place entering the weekend.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalon. We'll see you next time. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's a big day, moving day at the Players' Championship. Andrew Catalon back with you. Thanks for joining us today. And Rich, as we check the leaderboard at the start of this third round, our featured player is sitting on top.
Well, this is where everything starts to get a little bit real for these players now, isn't it? 36-hole lead. You're sitting on that lead with just 36 to go, and you're the hunted. This is going to be fun.
Okay, that'll play. And about 110 yards left to the hole.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
From 10 feet away. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This one is breaking left to right.
The putt goes in, and it's an opening hole birdie.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to give yourself a good look at reaching this green in 2.
Not much good that we can say about that shot. Sometimes it's hard to get out of that rough. This is a hybrid. You really got to hit the green there.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Wow, I thought that was in. Needs this to drop to save par. That one drops. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. That's a misfire there.
A bit too much club there.
Looking to get up and down from here. What a beautiful chip in.
Beautifully played chip for birdie. Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
Our featured player continues to look good out there, currently in first place.
We have a par 4 on this one.
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
Time for the second shot here at the 4th. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. This putt is about 17 feet long.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
John, have you got a read on this one?
Pretty sure it's going to take quite a dive to the right here.
And so close to the birdie. What a shame. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole, sitting now 20 under par. And as we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
This is full send.
Good shot there.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole.
Fantastic start right out of the gates.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
And that's just sneaked into the second cut of rough.
Time for the second shot here at the 6th. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
And down it goes.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
Difficult par 4, 451 yards. Water and sand all the way down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right. Find the green with your second and sprint to the next hole, making 4.
This is a good 130 club. What a beautiful leave right there. This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. Another birdie on the scorecard. That's number 5. As we move on to the next hole, his lead is 9 shots. Well, let's see what happens here at number 8.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
5 wood is the choice. On the green, yes, but a long way from home.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Henny, how challenging is this putt?
This is so long, I don't even have words for it. It's just long.
Playing a lot of break to the left. All gas, no brakes.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. We've made our way to a par 5. He really got behind that one.
Yeah, going for it in 2. Okay. He wants to win.
What a great shot on the par 5, on in 2.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Pretty sure this is going to move to the left.
I like the looks of this. Right on line, but just misses. He makes the putt. That's birdie number 6 today. Our featured player continues to lead the way, up by 9. Three rounds in the books, and we're set up for a dramatic finish tomorrow.
Nothing better than seeing your name on top of that leaderboard with just one round to go.
That will do it for our broadcast day. For all of us at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back to our coverage of the Players' Championship. The final round starts right now. Andrew Catalan here, pleased to have you back with us. Rich, the final round is underway, and our featured player is in the final pairing today.
Most definitely. He's out there. He's got an arm's length kind of do a little Heisman to the rest of the field at the moment. However, that can be a little uncomfortable to play with at times. We've seen leads like this go by the wayside pretty quickly in times gone by.
Let's go down to the 10th hole. As of now, it doesn't look like anyone will catch him in this final round. Let's pick up the action. Let's go down to Henny.
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Wow, he's going to like that one. This putt from 8 feet away. That one goes in, the 4th birdie of the round. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. Time for a par 5 as we've hit the 11th hole.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Not shy about that shot on the par 5 and 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
John, give us a read on this putt.
This one's a tricky one. It should snake out to the right and then come back after that to the left.
A good chance to 2-putt now. An opportunity to make birdie. And that counts. That's the 5th birdie of the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And now teeing off on this par 4.
Par 4 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
This will be a challenging putt from this distance. Putt on the way and looking good early. Getting better. Yes! The par putt. Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard.
The 13th is a par 3.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Wow, that was just striped. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
What a disappointment. Just a short putt remaining here. AK holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Oh, that is crushed. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
That drive, he hit it so far, there's no divots in the fairway where he hit it.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
Now to the 16th hole, a par 5.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
This from about 210 yards. Our leader has done it again.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
All right, here we are, a chance for eagle. He makes the putt and extends his lead. And after that hole, our featured player still atop the leaderboard. We have a par 3 here.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Henny is right there.
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Starting out to the right. Watch this one.
This putt from 4 feet.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
No change atop the leaderboard. Our featured player still out in front. We've reached the final hole of the event with the lead. Can he close it out? Oh, with shots like that, our leader might be able to walk to the finish line.
Tell you, where he drove this, that's where some players are dreaming of pitching out to.
Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
The king of TPC Sawgrass, our featured player, wins the Players' Championship.
And outlasting the strongest field on the PGA Tour. Great win.
And Rich, my dad would call that a rocking chair win. There was no doubt about it.
Your dad is a very smart man. That just sit in that chair and just let that chair do the work for you, baby. Love it.
Well, that's it for today. On behalf of Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire crew here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long. We'll see you next time.